When I saw Kylie Koo do a collaboration piece recently, I thought I would quite like to do a collaboration piece, but I was a bit reluctant because I don't really know any artists. I'm fairly new at making these videos, fairly new at doing mixed media, art journal pages. I don't have any real contacts yet, and I haven't had any happy mail as such. So I was casting my mind around as to how I could do a collaboration, and then I remembered that I had these pieces that were done by my uncle, who died in the 70s. He was a commercial artist, he was a poster writer. He worked at a department store before you could print out labels that say, sale, reduced by, half price, buy one get one free, all those sort of things had to be written by hand, and that was his job. His job was to write those posters. But at some point in his life he must have wanted to improve his chances, or maybe just do it out of interest, but he took a correspondence course in pen and ink drawing. And these are the pieces that he sent off, his studies if you like, while he was doing this correspondence course. The ashtray, that is very much of its time, and I remember that ashtray in my grandmother's house. Some nice vegetables. And this piece, which is the one that I've actually decided to use in my collaboration. I want to start by printing it out on tissue paper. Okay, this is the only way I found of printing on tissue paper, is to stick it on with, I've got some reposition or glue stick, so it doesn't stick too hard. Stick it onto some fairly rigid copy paper and then put it through the printer. And usually it works. Yeah, so there we are, that's what I wanted. A copy of the original, reduced to 75% of the original size, so that I can fit it on the paper better. That's the copy on tissue paper. And I've also done a copy. This was from a scan on the computer. So it's come out with more colour in it, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to paint the back of it. And the reason I put it through the computer rather than just doing it directly on the printer was because I wanted it to be a reverse copy. You can see that they are mirror images of each other. I wanted a mirror image because I want to be able to paint the back of this one so I don't get the detail on the leaves. That's going to be my part of the collaboration, and then this with all the detail on it is going to be my uncle's part of the collaboration. I'm going to fussy cut this, and I'm going to do it with a scalpel, which is going to take me a long time. I'm only showing you one little bit of this because it is a long, tedious process, and I really have to get my head over it, in which case you wouldn't see anything anyway. There it is, all fussy cut out, but I'm actually going to use it on the back. So I'm actually going to be painting the back in green, in Deco Art Green Gold. So I'm going to do that now and put it aside to dry. So here I am painting the back. I don't want any detail on it, I don't want any shading, I just want it to look like a solid colour in order to make it contrast with the other part of the collaboration, which is going to be the detailed print. Okay, so this is the tissue paper. I'm going to take it off the backing, so it was repositionable glue stick, and so it peels off. Using water helps to tear the tissue paper close to the image. And there we are, and that's ready now to stick onto the page. I've decided the shape will fit nicely onto a circle journal. I think this is 10 or 11 inches in diameter. So I'm just putting a layer of Mod Podge where the tissue is going to go. Okay, my wash over the top is going to be a mixture of Payne's Grey. Again, it's the DecoArt fluid acrylics with some white. And I want it to be quite light. This is Wilted Violet, Distress Oxide, and this is Indigo Blue Honeycomb background, and I've just put it loosely here, and there. I'm using this text stamp here. Again, just loosely, lightly, just to give a little feeling of text. It is background. And this is the Indigo Blue texture stamp. I'm just going to put a little bit of that. Now finally on the background I want to do some splatters. So first of all the Payne's Grey. Now some white. The white was so watery it has activated the Distress Oxide a bit, but I think that's okay, I can live with that. I chose the purple because it was a complementary colour. So I'm going to stick the green leaves down now and then see what we need to do next. I'm really happy with that. I decided that the detailed print needed to be outlined just very loosely. And use my label maker to make the quote. The quote says, "Life is fragile, yet it endures." Possibly it should have said, "Art is fragile, yet it endures." I just felt it was appropriate for a collaboration between someone who died in the 70s and myself. I'm just here doing a white dotted border with a Posca pen. Having put white dots around the edge, I think I now want to have a black edge, but I might put the white dots back on it again. So I'm doing a very narrow border in Neocolor, and then I'm going to smudge it with a wet finger. And if I need to redo the white dots, I will. I'm going in with the bigger Posca to make some bigger dots. I forgot to video this, but on each of his pieces of work my uncle wrote his name, address and the length of time it had taken him to do that piece. So on here you can see his name. I've hidden his address, and underneath that it tells you how long it took him to actually draw this piece. I guess that was information that they'd asked for in the correspondence course. So I've printed out his name and cut it out and stuck it on the piece. It's not really a signature, but it is in his own handwriting. And also this piece took 4 hours to do, and so that's what I've stuck on there, and then I've signed it underneath. So there's my collaboration piece, or should I say our collaboration piece. I hope my uncle would approve. I'm sure he would have done, or he would have said that he approved, because he was a very, very nice man. And just before I finish, I was on holiday recently and I took some of these tissue paper prints with me to see if I could do any sort of collaboration, and here are a couple that I did. They're only on 6x4 watercolour postcards, but I'm hoping to do some more and mount them into some sort of display, so that's a project for the future. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.